Well, damn. Well, thank you very much. You guys ready? You ready for war?
Boom. Hello. Good Saturday morning, everybody. I got Cappy, I got Nuke, I got Stripper, I got me. Another Rule Zero. And right off the bat, we got Chad Twister Stroke for the $9.99. Thank you very much, Chad. Where is it? Where's that damn thing? There we go. Chad Twister Stroke for the generous $9.99. Hey, guys. Happy Saturday. Jack, I'm recovering good. I can lift again. That's good to hear, Chad. Glad that's going well. They just wanted me to take it easy for a few weeks, and now I'm on a trout stream, and I just caught my biggest river brown trout ever.
Nice.
That is some
Nice.
that is some amazing news. Look at Chad just living his life out there.
Chad, where I'm curious where he's fishing, what river or stream.
We need to know, Chad. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Before we get into all of this, how's everybody doing? Nuke, how have you been? How was your week?
Good, lots of work.
Well, that's it. Okay, Cappy, how was your week?
Very good. But the travails of home ownership, I get to water my grass, and then I get to spray for bugs, and then I get to caulk some trim. So that I too have an exciting life, just like Nuke this week.
Well, you can present it exciting, you know. Yeah, amazing week.
No, you really can't. Nuke, can you present IT work as exciting and glamorous?
Yeah, but I have to sit down and write the story and make sure, like, it's like I gotta, it's like scripting a YouTube video. You know, you gotta like write it out. I'm like, how do I make this job sound exciting?
Nuke, you're coming through your laptop microphone, not your normal microphone.
What the heck? Oh,
when I plug in my headphones, it
IT genius over here, plugging in the headphones as well.
yeah.
Better.
I mean, there's not much exciting you could sell. Most jobs are really boring unless you're like a fighter pilot or something. So yeah, I just went to work and that's it. I don't even remember what happened this week, honestly. What did happen? Yeah, pretty much just went to work.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm a boring narrator. By the way, Cappy, thank you for hooking me up with the good doctor. By the way.
Did you guys? Are you going to do some work for Maloney?
I gave him my numbers and asked him if he could send me the PDF. I also connected with him on Twitter, so now I'm just waiting for a reply on that. But
Okay,
I've seen
cool.
his work, and it's good work. I like it.
He definitely came out of left field, and one of the more. And you got to hand it to people who. I got this idea / dream. What do you think? And I'm like, yeah, you should do it. But then they actually execute on it. And he's a textbook exam. Nuke, Strip. I don't know even if you know this guy, but Dr. David Maloney, he was just this regular old therapist in Ireland. And he's like, should I strike out on my own and do my own therapy? In under, I think it was 8 months, he had a full docket of clients, quit his job, remote work, and now he's off making bank. So it was, you almost have to applaud him for how clever he was.
Oh, yeah, and he's actually providing value. I mean, how often have we had the discussion there's no male therapy, you know?
Yep. No, he's the man at the time and the hour and the place.
Yep. So that's good. Stripper, how was your week?
I've been caulking trim, too.
Exciting, everybody.
What color trim, Stripper? What color trim? Or what color caulk?
We can't answer that question right now.
Okay. Some projects say I use black caulk. Otherwise, it's white caulk.
No, it's definitely white caulk, and it's consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, consistent trim. Trim's bare.
I hate you people. I absolutely.
You know,
Let me
but Stripper and Nuke, we gotta accommodate. We have to be considerate because Europeans like Jack are not allowed to own homes, so they'll never get to caulk anybody's trim, so let alone his own.
You joke, but you're not wrong. Where the Europeans are not even allowed to have air conditioning. Meanwhile, when I walk down the street here, every single house has an air conditioning, leaking fluid outside of it,
But
and it's like,
that's not leaking. That's water. That's how.
yeah,
Jack, you're new to air conditioning. That's right. I forget that you're a European poor. Okay, so when the air conditioning gets cold, okay, the machine itself, the moisture in the air has water in it, and then it condenses and drips. So they're not leaking cool unless they're actually leaking like Freon, which I think turns into a gas. Nuke would know, but that's normal water. Water drips out of air conditioners.
okay.
Is there a
Okay.
reason Europe doesn't have air conditioning?
They're poor.
Climate change. That's a big one. I wish it
Really?
was different. I seriously wish I had a better reason, but it is literally climate change what they're worried about. I'm not even
Oh.
kidding. I am not even kidding.
And Germany got rid of all their nuclear power plants. Remember that. They got rid of all the nuclear power plants. So
And look how that's working out.
I know.
It's
You know, that's
I
like
mean,
your biggest advantage in war is like nuclear power plants, like the ability to power your country without a lot of the same physical labor, because then you could send all those guys working in coal plants and coal to war or to do other things. But what do I know about nuclear power? Not much.
You're just
As
bought off
just in
by the
your name.
corporations, man.
It's just in your name to sound good.
Well, it's the same thing with data centers. Like now, all the whole anti-nuclear crowd, the boomers and their granddaughters are now the anti-data center crowd. And I'm like, great, cool. These people that don't know what a refrigeration cycle is, now are trying to explain to me that though they want AI chatbots to help them figure out why their cat's throwing up, they also don't want data centers. It's the same shit. I want nice things, but when nice things cost things, I don't like that. I want it to come from thin air, and I'm like, well, great.
Jack, you got to clip that out. I
Children.
want to have things, but then it costs things. That's like the greatest economic quote ever right there.
Like, look at COVID. Remember COVID, where everyone's like, shut it down? I'm like, where do you guys think stuff comes from? Like a giant warehouse on an island where we just say, okay, guys, we need 100,000 steaks to this city right now, stat. No, people have to go out and make and process the things, right? So choose one. Open the economy and you get things, or don't get those things. It's one or the other.
Nuke, you got to write a book called Economic Things. I just keep it real basic. You want things? Well, then you got to make these things with things.
It's like Ron Swanson, right? You want an apple? I have an apple. Capitalism. It works.
Yeah. It's like when women go on a podcast and talk about men ain't shit and, men can't build. And then the table that they have their elbows on and their white claws on, to build that table, it's one of the most dangerous jobs in America, which is logging. And sometimes I saw a video where sometimes the tree falls the wrong way and you got to run for your life, right? Like you got to run. There is nothing you can do. You just got to run and hope it doesn't fall on you. And I saw that video. I'm like, shit, that sucks. That tree is going to get processed in a plant, sent to a warehouse where some guy or some girl is going to order it for her podcast where she complains about how men ain't men anymore. And that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen.
You said a scary thing. Boomers and their granddaughters. I'm like, oh my God, talk about a combination of two evil forces. That's like the
Batman and Robin.
Pact. Yeah, that's like, no, not Batman and Robin. That's the Ribbentrop Pact. That's Hitler and Stalin combined together to wreak havoc. Like when they were friends before they started fighting each other. But boomers and their granddaughters, that is like Lucifer himself would say, dude, that's too evil for me. Fuck that.
That's like Dave Ramsey's stream every other week. The boomer and his princess worldview. Your wife and girlfriend deserve the best. Give her your income.
I know Cappy's annoyed at me always bringing this up, but I have the opportunity to go behind the scenes of how the societal infrastructure is, whether it be a cheese plant or a cargo airport or a giant like an Amazon data center. And I go to these places and I see the amount of work it takes so we can have our little podcasts and our little game controllers sent to us on time and our dog food and all that shit. And it's a lot of work. I went to a dog food factory and they have to approve they have to up the quality of their food so high that it's able to be consumed by humans. That's where we're at in terms of comfort. Dog food has to be human approved now because that's just a new government thing, right? And yet we still think that there's just some warehouse somewhere where we pull stuff off the shelf and send it to you. The world is one giant Amazon warehouse. And I'm like, no, this takes a lot of fucking work to keep things going. If you don't believe me, there's 5,000 people on a ship right now patrolling the Middle East so you can get your cat toys on time, Jenny.
Have
And
you ever read iPencil?
no, I sound like Cappy right now. Jesus Christ.
No, see, I don't have to write any more economics books. I'm just going to have you do it. But like, you have a much more, I don't mean descending. You have a much more layperson vocabulary. Because for decades, I've been trying to get people to understand this concept, but I've been using terminology. You using things and stuff. I think that's it. Hey, there's 5,000 men protecting it so you can get your cat toys, Jenny. These are golden quotes that need to be written down because I think the normies might even understand that.
They're Cappyisms. I call them Cappyisms,
Maxims of Cappy. But we do have a topic today, multiple actually, and we kind of started this off. Stripper, if for the love of God, if you still have the link to it, please send it to me on WhatsApp and I'll open it. But Ryan and we on Substack got into a bit of a skerfuffle because people were posting hot chicks with tattoos. And of course, the how do you phrase that? The nobles and virtuous got their panties in a bunch for how dare this woman have tattoos? She is of low value. She is a whore, and I would pass her up on anything. To which I have always replied very simply: red flags are a green light, meaning that if she has signs that she is DTF, which means down to fuck, why not go for it? And I have the original post still on robsays.net when my writing was absolute garbage. So, guys, stick with me on this one. This was before I had a proper editor and whatever. There we go. So, why I said it, because so many spirits in this space focus on the signs to look out for or signs that she is a low-quality woman. And I was sitting here thinking, these are all signs she is down to fuck, which will now be DTF. Did I want to be in a relationship at the time? No. Did I want to have kids? No. Did I want to have to save the West? Well, when was the last time the West saved me? Back then, I just wanted casual hookups. And those red flag lists gave me a perfect perspective of what to look for. Tattoos, DTF. Feminist, DTF. Multiple ear piercings, DTF. Smokes, she pokes. That disgusting septum piercing that everyone is grossed out by, down to fuck. Single mom, babysitter, kids are a priority. Best just to avoid go for someone who's into it as much as you. A majority of my notch count back then has some form of a communist parade because of how red it is. Sure, there are plenty of girls who were of the higher education institutions, but let me tell you something. She lives in dorms, DTF. Trust me, if she's going to college and lives in a dorm unsupervised, chances are she's pretty much DTF. Exceptions to the norm. I know a tall Chinese guy who's bad at math as well. Don't worry. The problem here is not the red flags. It's you, because you, dear reader, probably want love and marriage and kids and a dog and all together in your white picket fence. Or you're scared and startles when a little girl is throwing a hissy fit and don't dare to walk away. Then red flags are to be avoided, or you will be walking into a world of hurt. The reason I say there are green lights is because for my specific points and purposes, they are. Back then, I liked fast and loose women, and I didn't want to commit. Sure, a main girl is nice, but I know damn well for myself that I should just enjoy it while it lasts, because I'll want to move on within 6 months or a year anyway. But that was just me. I just walk out when something occurs that isn't to my liking, because there truly is a bus every 5 minutes, and blah, blah, blah. I've taken this buses before. I have experienced abundance. You, dear reader, if If you have not experienced abundance and have not developed that level of detachment, you should not circle around the promiscuous. You'll get disappointed, let down, or worse, heartbroken. It all comes down to that age-old question, what do you want? If you don't want hot, fast, crazy sex with strangers who couldn't give a damn about you, if you text or call back, stay away from all those red flags that the internet used to tell you about. For those among us who've been around the block, red flags are a green light. TLDR, stop worrying so much about your abstract vetting process and characteristic. They're not even characteristics, but like external factors that may or may not tell you that a woman is bad for you, and learn to enjoy them for what they are, because Ryan got into a skerfuffle as well, which we will get into later. But I don't know about you guys. I've had women with tattoos and piercings treat me like a king, and women without tattoos and piercing make me want to put a figurative noose around my neck. If she has tattoos or not doesn't say anything about her personality or her respecting your boundaries. How's your experience on this? Nuke, go ahead.
I mean, article number 99, I talk about this of my stuff. It essentially, don't be afraid of women, right? Don't be afraid. Like if you have your life and you have a direction, you have frame, a girl having less than ideal features in your purview is not a big deal, right? Her body count is her problem. Her tattoos are her problem. Her attitude is all her problem, because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with a girl, you should have the attitude of good luck. See if you can lock me down. See if you can get me to show up again on a second date or a third date. It's on you, right? Relationship is her problem, meaning that your vetting is not your job. She has to decide. Like a lot of guys are like, pick a wife. Or the Roman helmet guy, he always delves into like female dating advice or dating advice. And all he said is pick a wife with the same amount of drama that you can tolerate or you can give. And I'm like, what does that mean? That is not that is not up to me. Like if she wants to be a wife, she has to become a wife. You don't pick a wife, I already picked enough stuff in my life, like my job, where I'm gonna live, my dog, I'm not picking a wife. You either become one or you don't. Either way, we're having sex. And if we're not having sex, then we're not even having the discussion in the first place. So whatever.
Well, that's why vetting is a horrible strategy, right? Boundaries is all you have. Like, again, like, oh, she wears a sundress and this and that and blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean she's going to suck dick on command. Not at all. That doesn't mean she's going to respect your boundaries. All that means is, oh, she put a photo online of being a trad wife. That's all it is. And Cappy, you know this like no other. It's all fake. All of it.
However, we do have to make space for risk profiles for men.
We'll
right?
get to that. We'll get to that.
Each, just to give a preview, each man has a different risk profile of who he can be seen with, right? Depending on your job, lifestyle, and all that stuff, right? So if you are a guy who is a very public figure, and maybe you run something that has to do with like children. Let's say you're a principal for a high school, right? And you want to bring a girl around kids to an event, right? My brother was in this industry, the education industry and all that stuff. He's out of it now, but he cannot bring a crazy woman around, right? These children, because that's his job. So there is a risk profile you have to take. But then again, that's on the individual to decide for himself. And also it's like different men have different risk profiles. So
well, that's true. And ironic you should mention that. You should see the women in childcare in the Netherlands. I wanted to be a teacher. Dude,
well,
I wanted
I'm
to
curious.
be a
What does it
teacher's
look like?
assistant. I wanted to be a teacher's assistant years ago. So I went to like community college for that. The girls there, man, it's like, oh my God, overweight, entitled, smoking, drug using,
Tattoos?
whatever.
I mean, are they visual?
Not
I'm
even.
picturing fat librarians. Are we like
No,
kinda
but
government-
not even so many tattoos. Some of them had maybe one or two, but it was just the habits, man. Alcohol, drinking, drugs, whatever. And it's like, this is what's being educated to take care of kids. Don't you want a little bit of a, what do you phrase? How do you phrase that?
wholesome.
No, like
industrious.
gatekeeping. Don't you want a little bit of gatekeeping where it's like, yeah, we don't think you are fit for this particular education, you know? Nope, didn't care.
Hey,
Just let everybody
stripper
in.
nuke. Look at Jack thinking people care about the kids and who watches. Look at Jack over here being idealistic, like the parents care who watches over their kids.
I don't. Nobody cares about that. Stripper, what do you want to add?
Fuck them kids.
No, I'm totally on par with Nuke. The only other angle that I would come at this from, and it's kind of where this post started from, is a lot of guys do the cart before the horse thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is she hot? Yeah. Is she hot enough to have sex with? Yeah. Then why are you worrying about anything else? Like, it's not like you're going to fuck a girl and then next week get married, have a mortgage, and 3 kids. Like, the way I see that entire thing is, so back in the early 2000s, you would see a lot of guys cope with rejection by being like, oh, I didn't want to fuck her anyways, or she's a lesbian or something else. I see this in the same vein, but it's worse because it's preemptive.
How do you mean?
Yeah.
It's there. So at least back in the 2000s, before guys coped and seethed with rejection, at least they took a shot. These guys aren't even taking a shot. They're preemptively excluding hot girls that they could sleep with because reasons.
Well, it is almost a buffer, right? And I remember Tom
Oh,
Torero, the late Tom Torero, he was mentioning guys who were at his boot camps and they wanted to learn pickup. And he's like, you want to approach that girl? No, not my type. What about that girl? No, not my type. What about that girl? Yeah, no, not my type. And at a certain point, he was just like, you want to get laid or not? Like, do you want to do this or not? Because all you're doing is excluding all these women and you don't even know them. You
yeah,
literally don't even know.
Yeah, it's turning a vice into a virtue, right? If you can't get girls, especially the hot, slutty ones with tattoos, it's much easier to virtue signal how you're looking for the right woman for marriage than to admit that the hot slut that fucks everybody won't fuck you.
I think that's what most of all of this comes down to. Like you mentioned, putting the cart before the horse, putting up a reason not to approach before she can even reject you. So you don't have to deal with the fact that the woman you call a loose whore is not whorish enough to fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Cappy, I haven't heard you about this. Like I mentioned, the most trad girls online are mostly fake.
Yeah.
And
Are any of you guys familiar with rockabilly culture or rockabilly girls?
Yeah.
Okay. So that I'm gonna use that as kind of like the classic textbook. At one time, rockabilly girls were hot, and now they're just like goth girls. They're fat and ugly.
Oh, no.
But
oh damn, yeah, they were hot.
they were. They had that kind of 50s, motorcycle club bad girl kind of thing going on. That was very prominent. And they had tattoos and they dolled up, and those are not always, the correlation isn't perfect, but generally they were more DTF than the prudish girl who would come in from the suburbs and be all nervous and everything at a bar where cigarette smoking was still allowed. But I'm guilty of this as well. The question is, what do you want? The great thing about rockabilly girls, or let's just say girls in general with red flags, they leave. But as a young man, you don't know that is a value. These girls are not looking for marriage or commitment either, especially the younger you are, and especially in today's dating market, most young women are not looking for marriage. And so even more so today, whatever it is, a rockabilly fashion, tattoos, I don't know, things that aren't squeaky clean, Ward and June Cleaver, that's an indication it's short term and she's gonna leave. And when you're a young guy and you got laid by one of these gals, and then she didn't text you, be like, oh, but what did I do? Because you're in that mindset of understandably genetically conditioned, like, well, maybe I should look, or you just want to get laid multiple times, like, oh, now I got a girl on the side, or got one in the corral or the harem or whatever.
The
You're like,
roster.
oh, huh? Your
The
roster,
roster.
yeah. But I think young men are not that you're wrong, Jack, you're not, because they'll use that as a reason to defend themselves against rejection. But if you are more practical about it, just look at her. I think tattoos are disgusting. I think the nose piercings are horrible. However, I have seen girls with tattoos and nose where I'm like, oh yeah, I totally would. But absolutely not. would this be a girlfriend or wife or anything? And so I think through conversation, we can accelerate men to have a little bit of wisdom that we didn't have when we were younger. Like, look, don't view it as, is this a quality girl that maybe I'm going to date or spend time with? Look at it a very black and white question. Do you want to have sex with that, or do you want to have sex with your hand? And
It's
by
really
the
that
way,
simple. Yeah.
well, but and this is not to belittle these women. There's nothing wrong with them. And like Jack, you said, women with tattoos can be very nice, and women without tattoos can be a pain in the ass. But in terms of signaling short-term interest in sex, and who is going to hit you up with the where is this going? Or I'm going to leave my tampon box here now because I want to mark my territory.
Or
There's
follow you
nothing
on 7 social media apps just to see what you're doing. Yeah, stuff
right.
like that.
Right. It's there. I would not dismiss girls who have tattoos. Well, let me ask you guys, do you know about the diamond in the rough? Like, we have that meme called wood.
Mhm.
It's you look at this gal and at first glance you would not, but then you look like, wait, she just isn't wearing makeup and she's wearing baggy clothes, but there's a cute girl there. Would. It would do this is why I wish I did. Young men, you would be doing yourselves a tremendous favor to not just look at the done up pretty girl, Barbie girl. Train your eyes to look at the gal and say, wait, what does her body look like? What would she look like in like a cute little outfit? What would she look like if she did her hair? Okay, she's got tattoos, but okay, would you still want to have that over your hand? And I would not think about anything beyond the sex. There's no reason to think about, oh, well, would you call me back or am I going to get rejected? No, no, no. Do you want to have sex with that person? Yes or no? Yes, you do? Cool. There you go. And there's nothing like there's no oh my God, I had sex with a girl that had a nose ring. So what? As long as you enjoyed it. So I think kind of a general overanalysis and fear of rejection as well. But using rockabilly girls as an example, agree. I endorse rocket. Right. Sometimes you rent a car, sometimes you buy a car. Rockabilly girls, generally you're renting the car.
Well, I'm going to slightly disagree, and only because rockabilly changed probably since you got with the rockabilly girls. Because when Kat Von D became popular, feminists hijacked. Like most rockabilly girls are like just
Von D.
like insufferable feminists. But you're not wrong. Like when I went to the bar back in the day, I actually learned very, very quickly. And maybe it was these were the type of girls that were attracted to me. I don't know, but at least in my experience, I didn't look for the girls in the halter tops and the mini skirts. I went after the girls who showed up to the bar wearing jeans and a sweater. And I always found not only was I able to get them in bed easier, they were a fucking great time too.
They will show you things you have never seen.
Yeah. The girl, what does Ryan always say? Sluts don't need to advertise that they're sluts.
Yep. I mean, sexual,
Yeah.
like, it's that internet thing. Like when she's displaying herself as highly sexual, she's often a prude. They're
Yeah.
often
Yeah, it's the
complete
hose
opposite.
uniform joke by Dave Chappelle, where it's
Oh.
like there's women. The reason a lot of you guys are frustrated by OnlyFans girls isn't the morality part, right? It's that in your mind as a dude, when a girl signals sexuality, you think logically, oh, she wants to have sex. It's open season. Whoever gets her first gets to have fun. But then you realize that there is no sex. There is nothing to be had there. She just wants your money or a retweet or a like or a response, whether it's positive or negative. So that's what frustrates men about hoe culture and all this stupid, whatever. It's just that you're confused. It's a hoe, a girl, a prude wearing a hoe's uniform. You're just like, you're a hoe, right? And she's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, well, sorry, I was confused. Your vagina's hanging out, ma'am. I thought you were, my bad, right? And then they get mad, and then they like, you go to the gym, and the clothes are getting thinner and more, contoured to their butt cheeks. Sure, I guess it's comfortable. I guess, I don't know, I don't wear it, but I'm like, uh, what do you want me to think? I'm gonna get, like, my brain is trying to figure out what to do with this, right? And
Yeah.
it takes guys a little bit of a while to train themselves out of that, to realize, like, hey, there's gonna be women that that put their whole body on a platter in front of you, and they're gonna be like, even if you do hook up with them, it's gonna be like the most boring or
Generic.
just Puritan sex imaginable. And then there's some church girls that wear the puffy shoulders and the blue meme dress, which I dated a girl that wore that
I gotta
dress,
look
and
this
she
up.
was a freak in bed. And you
Yeah.
realize that, like, they're just women are women, man.
Yeah,
And
I was going to say, Nuke, to add to kind of your point, like, as much as we can talk about red flags or green flags or just red flags in general, it needs to stay within an Overton window, because when you start putting too much into signals, you start running into developing the Madonna whore complex.
Bingo.
You start so when you put purity on a pedestal, aesthetic purity, when you put aesthetic purity on a pedestal, that or if you put tattoo girls on a lower rung than other women, that means you're pedestalizing women that don't have them. And either way, I believe that just let women prove themselves in your life, right? And the thing is, most of the time, they're going to choose their own roles and just go with it, right? If a girl's giving you easy sex, just go with it, man. Like, this economy's tough. Like, women aren't even going out. If you got a girl, even for casual, or wants to be in your life, just roll with the punches. As long as she's not, as long as she's pleasant, right? Earns her spot. And for what it's worth, tattoos do matter a little bit, but I would say it's not the tattoo itself, it's the placement, right? Because if you have a tattoo on your hand, that's a different type of girl than a tattoo on her foot, right? Where it's about how hard is she trying to make me know that she has a tattoo. Same thing with dudes. Like, if a dude has a teardrop tattoo, I'm like, that I'm not pissing that guy off. I'm shaking his hand, but hey, what's up, bro? You have nothing to lose, right? You got nothing to lose. You are not meeting, unless you're a celebrity or an influencer. You probably don't know calculus, bro, or you
How
probably
dare
don't
you
know
speak a
anything.
jelly roll that way, sir? He's all
Yeah.
sad and emotional. How dare you,
He used
sir?
to sell meth. Jelly Roll used to sell meth, right?
Fuck him. I
What?
hate him.
I've
Fuck that
only-
guy.
I've only heard his name on Joe Rogan. They seem to be friends or something.
He's a
Jelly
country
Roll.
singer, a country rapper or something.
Holy
my-
shit!
my
What
girlfriend listens to him.
horrible tattoos! Oh
Yeah.
my god, oh lord!
He's so
He did
sad
lose
and
weight.
emotional. It's just sad. He grew up
Yeah, like
poor.
we're gonna judge people on their tattoos. And the thing is too, there again, I always try to add nuance to this. I dated a girl for a while with a little pizza tattoo on her ankle. It was like this big. I'm like, that's the type of girl that's like, I just wanted a tattoo to fit in, and she was just scared of her mom finding out when she was 20 or something. And yeah, that doesn't really mean much. But I've seen girls with like sexual tattoos, with like a demon super slut princess all over their arm, and I'm like, if this girl isn't a slut or crazy, then I'm going to be let down. Like, I'm going to go to the courthouse.
False
I'm going to
advertising.
Yeah, exactly. That level of false advertising. So it's like, it's not, tattoos is a wide range. It's like its own thing. Like, if she has a lower back tattoo, right? The tramp stamp, right? And she's playing hard to get after like 3 dates. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You have a tramp stamp, ma'am. Like, don't waste my time. But if it's state one and she's shy and she has a little tattoo on her ankle, right? I'm just like, oh, That's different from, like there is a nuance here. Like not all tattoos are built the same,
No.
If you have 666 on your neck, I'm just like, yeah, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah, run. Well, there is look for all the jokes I make about red lights, red flags being green lights. That doesn't mean that what is considered to be a red flag doesn't hold value. There are stereotypes for a reason, as Nuke says. There is some nuance to this. A little shy tattoo, blah blah blah. Like one of my greatest stories will always be the former main plate. God bless her heart, amazing girl to this day. Wish her well. But first date, we were getting it on, and I was like moving her hair from her neck, and apparently she had a tattoo. She had the word continue very small tattooed at the back of her neck. And I remember reading it and thinking, don't mind if I do. And later on, I asked her, you get that on purpose, like just for moments like that? She's like, no, it had a spiritual meaning of telling myself to move forward in hard times. I'm like, sure you did. But that is still, till this day, one of the greatest relationships I have had. I mean, the relationship I have now is great. That is the greatest, in all honesty. But she is a very close second, even though she had a tattoo. It's like, what the hell are we doing here? Now, what could be considered, like Nuke said, like the demon, whatever. If she has a Medusa tattoo, you might not want to do that. I don't know if Nuke know what that means. The Medusa tattoo?
No. Or the semicolon. Be careful with that one too. I'm not going to get into why, but the semicolon is a lot of mental issues.
So now I got to look this up. You kids with your fucking things, man. Okay, now I got to look up sin.
Okay,
is this 6'7" is what it got?
This is for your own good, Kathy. You need to learn these things so when you're in the wild.
Stripper probably knows this one. The Medusa tattoo.
I know that one's bad. I don't know what it is. I just know it's like
that is
what I'm saying. Like a lot of these tattoos, it's not that you're scared of them, but you should know like what different tattoos mean. Just so you can get a more, because the semicolon tattoo means she survived an attempt, right? So that could affect even a casual relationship with her,
Yeah,
so
and
those
Medusa,
are things you should look out for.
Yeah, the Medusa tattoo is she is a victim of SA. I mean,
you're not wrong. I'm looking this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uncle Touchy or whomever, or the unwanted visitor. No, I wouldn't do that.
So it's any Medusa tattoo. Oh, wow.
Yeah. The Medusa tattoo.
They're huge.
Some of them are. You might. You know which tattoo I really hate? Okay, so let me add this to this as well. Red flags differ from men to men. There's a couple of things I hate. I don't like nipple piercings. I just don't. I'm like, why would you pierce God's greatest gift to man? Like, why? Why would you do that?
Attention.
As long as it doesn't show. If I'm dating you seriously, you're not wearing them where it shows. After that, beyond that, I don't care. But that's
you and I are going to have to disagree there, Jack. If they're rings, not down with it. If it's a stud and it's parallel, goddamn, is that hot?
Cappy, oh Lord, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, man?
What?
Hey, DCC.
I'm confused. If the piercing is a ring, you're out. But if it's a stud, you're okay. But it has to be parallel.
Yep.
With the
it's aesthetics. It's 100% aesthetics. That's what it is for me.
A stripper has his how do you phrase that? He has standards, sir. Stripper has
very peculiar and specific standard. Like I can see him, he meets the love of his life. She's great, but then it's horizontal, not parallel. He's like, get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Sorry, that's why I meant like horizontal. So like it's side to side. You know what I mean? So the little studs go on either side. It's a complete aesthetic thing. I'm the same way with tattoos too. Like, I'm totally, like, I'll fuck with tattoos, but, like, rib cage tattoos, feet tattoos.
I like the big thigh ones. I did a girl with a giant lion. A lion. No. Like, I don't like masculine creatures. Like, powerful masculine creatures on a girl's body. What
like a unicorn?
A lion? No, a
No.
unicorn, I guess, is cute, but like a fucking lion, like a lion that's like this big on your thigh, like covering your whole thigh. What the fuck? Are you
Or
a
like a
know what?
werewolf?
Yakuza
War
back
chief?
tattoo of a dragon.
She's
Oh,
she's
yeah.
real into Narnia, man. You don't understand. You don't get it, bro.
Ours, man.
Dude, I had a girl in rotation once who had a dragon tattoo on her back. You
Was
do
she a
not
geisha?
no,
she a
no,
geisha?
she did
she a computer
turn
hacker?
out to work on the side where I was like, oh
Yeah.
damn.
Is that what the dragon tattoo means?
No, I don't know
Hold
if
on.
that is what it means. There was like a book series about the girl with the dragon
Yeah.
tattoo, but holy shit. And Miguel. So
Hey, what's
we're
up,
talking
Jack?
red flags or green lights, and that guys are putting too much emphasis on labeling women undateable just for a tattoo and a tattoo alone. And we're
Right.
trying to shine a little bit of nuance onto this topic.
Well, tattoo. I mean, there's aesthetic tattoos, right? Like, obviously, I mean, and personally, I prefer really no tattoos or not much, but like, I don't mind. But there's this like women are just choosing these god awful fucking tattoos, like these
Yeah.
gigantic middle of the tit tattoos.
Oh yeah, the
Um,
chandeliers, the boob chandeliers. Yeah.
Yeah, the boob chandeliers, and they always end up having saggy titties too. And like, at some point, they're like, "Wait, my titties look kind of saggy. I got to put something giant right here in the middle." Like that has to be the fucking thought line right there, or like these disgusting foot tattoos. I mean, a lot of the tattoos that look the best are just basically where like androgen receptors are. So it's like for guys and girls and stuff, it's usually kind of like a sleeve, something around the shoulder, like kind of upper chest and stuff like that. But for women, you don't want these big old fat line tattoos, and they always end up getting these like really awful tattoos. Like even when a girl does have a tattoo in the center, it's like if it's a small like line or something like that, then it's like,
Oh, that's popular
for-
now. Just a
yeah.
line now. Yeah, I
Mhm.
see that. Yeah.
I see a lot of girls here, they have like the tattoos like right here, and it's like, you can't tell me you don't want me to look. But I mean, it's also a thing like, what do you want with these women? Like if you are just out there and racking up the numbers of your notch count, you want the experience, whatever. Red flags are a green light, man. They're DTF. Now get them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That is my whole argument with it.
There's another dimension to this I wanted to introduce about tattoos. Some of them are used to hide scars.
Yes,
so
Was
be
the
careful
thigh
with that.
tattoo. I wanted to get into that.
So,
The thigh
do
one.
you
I was like,
understand why? Yeah, well, do you understand why like a lot of women get giant butt and like abdomen tattoos? It's because of the BBL scars. They're covering them up, and the liposuction scars too. So,
Oh, I thought they were
yeah.
pregnancy ones. That's
oh
crazy.
yeah, there's pregnancy ones.
Okay.
There's the liposuction ones. There's the BBL where they, because they're trying to make it look more natural, but the scar is so bad that like a tattoo is better. That's how bad the scar is.
That's
you're
such a
avoiding-
90s thing. Like when you went to a strip club in the 90s, like the C-section scars.
Oh yeah.
But
Stripper,
we're
these kids,
avoiding
they
the
were
elephant in
8
the
years
room.
old in the 90s. Some of them weren't even alive in the 90s. Like you got to understand, these are just kids we're talking to, man.
Cappy's right. I literally was 8 years old in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like,
With
literally.
the elephant
it's
in the
cra-
room, the thigh tattoos, that's often self-harm covering up.
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna say, yeah, a lot of the tattoos, it's like because here's the thing, I went on a date with a young girl. She was like 20 years old, 21, and a couple years ago, and she was very like, mom and dad. She lived with her parents. She was going to school. She was very wholesome, but not stupid, just wholesome and like kind of understood that men just wanted her for like she understood the game. But I went on a date with her, and everything was going well. And she puts her arm out to like grab something. We're sitting on a bench, and just cut marks all the way up from like her wrist all the way up to her where her elbow bends. And I just stopped. I couldn't, like, I didn't know what to do. It's one of those things where I thought I could handle it in person, but it's so striking to see such a young woman, like 21 years old, already slashing up her body. And then these women like eventually start realizing, oh, the reason men aren't calling me back or people are looking at me funny is because of these. So they just get sleeves and thighs. So you're right, Jack. Yeah, it's fucked up. So
Stuff
fucked
like
up.
that is what I would consider a genuine red flag. Where it's like, yeah, that is something you do not want to mess with whatsoever. Not as a plate, especially not as a girlfriend.
Fake name, fake address.
That's why
That's
I
what
go
you
by
got.
Miguel.
In all
So what do
fairness,
you
I am
do?
going to
I run a
interrupt here
crypto.
for a second.
Go ahead.
There are 3 ways girls deal with being overwhelmed and stressed in life, especially as teenagers. Drugs,
about
sex, and self-harm. So to make the assumption that one is better than the other is debatable. Like, I understand what you're saying about self-harm, but don't think the girls that don't have it are any better. They just found a different self-destructive outlet that doesn't show.
That is a fair point. That is a fair, but okay. So, how do
And
And
I?
the
it's
thing is,
most girls. I'm going to
it's
tell you too. It's
thrown
most
in your
girls.
face.
Yeah.
The thing is with the scar. The thing is with the scars is that your male biology, we kind of freak out when we see women that are hurt. So you
Yeah.
kind of don't. It goes from sex to my protector instinct kicked in like immediately when I saw a
Oh,
girl
no.
all
And I
scarred up,
totally understand it too. But
and I was
to
like,
even
I
be
can't.
honest, a lot
What's
of
up?
those girls that self-harm actually aren't the drug abusers and sluts, because that was their coping mechanism.
I know she was she was very like she didn't even drink
Yep.
that. Like I think she had one drink with me the whole time. But it's
Yeah.
just she was attractive, nothing wrong with her. But when I saw the scars, I just didn't view her in a sexual light anymore. I just started seeing her like I wanted to get her help or something. I
Yeah,
started
no, and
like,
I totally understand that too. Like, I
and I
get that.
couldn't explain it. Like I was just like, I don't want to like bang this girl behind a dumpster anymore. I want to like send her a therapy video. Like it just shut off. It just shut off because I guess I have a lot of empathy for self-harm. And I didn't know that about myself until it was thrown in my face. And I'm just like, and the thing is, she wanted me to kiss her. She was just standing there as I walked into the parking lot, and I just couldn't. Like I feel like I'm taking advantage. That's what it felt like. I'm taking advantage of this broken woman. I mean, I
Yeah.
know it's kind of maybe beta blue pilled, but it was just a visceral response. I
No,
could not
The
control it.
male protective instinct kicks in. There's nothing you can do about that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
just
just
own it.
I mean, I've ran into a couple of girls like that, and it made me just want to distance myself. Where it's like, I'm not dealing with this.
It's too much. It's too much headache. It's too much headache. It's too much. It's like you're gonna get yourself into something that you're gonna
Regret.
because I had students deal with this already, and to the point of like they're just on the phone with her trying to talk her out of killing herself. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, and like you don't want who the fuck wants to deal with that? That's fucking crazy.
No
Like,
one.
and then you're not, and you're a human, and you're not going to get off the phone, obviously, because you're trying to stop her from doing that. And stuff.
Hi, bitch.
Yeah, bye, bitch.
I couldn't do that. No, I'm
Well,
a softie.
okay, you joke, but this might ruffle some feathers. You joke, but that might be the trick to helping her, because those scars, you got to remember, people who do the self-harm. Yeah, okay, hear me out on this one. The self-harm thing. The reason they do it on their arms and on places it's visible is a cry for attention.
Yeah, 100% it is.
Like, they're not attention whoring, like, but it is a cry for help, where it's like, just help me, you know? And the weird thing is, when you get like those suicidal calls, if somebody wants to do it, they won't call you. They'll do it.
Yeah, so this was kind of my point and why I'm really like, hey, let's slow down and take this a little bit more nuanced. What does getting drunk to the point where you black out and maybe do something dangerous, being extremely promiscuous, and self-harm all have in common?
It's self-destructive.
But it's also a way to seek validation in an unhealthy manner. So like, that's my problem with self-harm, is like, those girls could potentially be really good girls, but also what you're discounting is the girls that don't self-harm, assuming that they're any better than the girls that do, and they're not. And that's the nuance and that's why it's like, when it gets to the whole red flag things, like, I understand why they exist and like to each their own, but do realize, do not become so hard and fast bound to your checklist, because you will get fucked sideways, because that girl that doesn't do this or doesn't do this and has green light that, the only thing you can go by is how they treat you. Anything else is just, girls vary in their ability to hide their bullshit. And the
Mhm.
ones that hide it well, to assume they don't have bullshit is just a world of hurt eventually.
I
But
think
this
what
is
we
why. Go ahead, Cappy.
I think we're overanalyzing it.
Oh,
Yeah, we should look out for semicolons and self-harm and all that. But I
Right.
think the concept of red flags is almost an outdated one. Because
I agree.
back in the olden days, yes, if it was 1955 and a girl had a tattoo, for 1955 objectives, presumably marriage and children, yeah, you didn't want to court Betty Page. Okay, that's just saying you didn't want to date her back in the day. Now, eh, whose goal is to get married? Whose
Mm.
goal, especially when you're younger, is to form a family? And unless it's a very clear red flag, it's I wouldn't even say that red flags are a green light. It's that they're not a stop sign. And as Nuke was pointing out, we've been discussing here. Well, if she's like, false advertising or whatever, the only way you're going to find out is by taking your shot. I'll give you a very simple example. I got laid twice by girls who were just very normal looking at a bar. Now, I did have a little bit of rapport at these different restaurants and bars I'd go to. And twice, I might have had a couple in me. I'm like, you want to go home and have sex? Did not get shot down all the time. Two were like, yeah, let's go. And there was no indication. I think one might have had a tattoo. The other was a very innocent looking girl, not the blue dress with the puffy ruffled things, but I would not let anyone's tattoos or prudish Christian girl dress deter you in any way. I would say there are no stop signs anymore unless it is very painfully obvious that she has scars. Sometimes it's just a look. I'm not a
Yeah.
big believer in physiognomy, but I'm a big believer in physiognomy where you just
Mhm.
your every genetic instinct in you is like your hair's going up on the back, like no, there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
But I think you are if you worry too much about all these signs, you are taking a lot of potential sex off the table.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in the time that we've done the analysis, now it's got to be the right setup, and you can't just go walk up to some stranger. But if you just simply ask more girls and proposition them, you will have more success than you think, and from girls you weren't expecting. One kind of took me by. She's like, "Yeah, let's go." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" It's like, and it was great, but you have to understand, this is not 1955, and these are not women you're taking home to mom, because believe it or not, girls want to have carefree sex too, and they don't want you calling them and bothering them later. So
Happy, but my mom keeps calling me every fucking day about this.
about what?
No, I was like, bringing a girl home.
Bringing her? Oh,
No, but Cappy, I not only do I agree with you, I take it a step further because when I was younger, I got to see certain social groups that most guys don't. And the amount of hoes that turned into great housewives, you would be surprised.
probably because they
Well,
like sex.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's why I post whenever these guys put like, "Oh, you want a church girl instead of this hoe." I say that's the same girl. It's just different times of the week. Like women have this uncanny ability to like unzip their super suit or their superhero suit and put on another one within 24 hours. It's called makeup. It's called environment, right? So why do you think I go so hard about the catfishing thing, right? It's because a lot of these girls that's their superpower. They're able to go to church after a night of banging a dude that they don't even know his first name. They're able to do that. That's why we say assume all women are promiscuous, but don't obsess, because you just don't know. As a man, a lot of this comes down to ego too. Like men want to be known as the guys that can figure women out. So when they feel like they have less power in the interaction, it makes them feel like less of a man. At least that's what they think. But what I'm saying is just detach a little bit, man. Just stop being so worried about the outcome and worried about what could be. You could have a good time. You could end up spending months banging this chick for free. Just hey, as a random plate, like I did. Or she could say no, or she could ruin your life. Either way, we don't know. You don't know, and just just let life happen and always have an exit ramp, right? And as you become more experienced with women, that's when you would start realizing the nuance. Like, hey, I dated a girl with a semicolon tattoo. She was crazy. She stalked all my social media for 2 months. I'm not going to do that again. And the risk is too high for me to accept any woman with a semicolon tattoo. But there you go. There's your nuance. There's your risk profile. You figured it out. And also, another thing is tattoos isn't really the only red flag guys should be fixating on. There's other things. You know, one of the big red flags that is not fun, that also could affect you, is
Lutheran.
social class, right? If you go to the ghetto to have unprotected sex with women, the chances of you getting herpes are like 6 times higher. That's
Really?
almost a guarantee. Yes. Look at the stats. The more broke a woman is, or the more she lives in the ghetto, it's almost like a 1 in 2 chance for like I'm not gonna say racist, right? I don't want to get
I will.
Oh, I will.
I will. I got that in the stats.
Don't
But
date
so-
black women.
I like any women that's lower socioeconomic class, right? Because you're fucked if you get herpes. That's like, I mean, it depends on who you are as a person, right? But no one wants it. So it's just STDs are very prevalent in lower socioeconomic classes. Does that mean that if you sleep with one girl, you're fucked? No, but it should be like, hey, maybe I should set my Tinder profile or location to the nicer part of town instead of the South Side Chicago or something.
What are
And
you
that
saying,
is,
Nuke? What are you saying, sir?
I am saying
I'm
that
kidding. I'm
these are
just
things.
giving you shit. I'm just giving you
Yeah,
shit.
no, but what I'm saying is that
There's a
these are the
reason
things.
they're the least
There's a
swiped
useful.
on.
Nuke,
Yeah,
Nuke
there's a
said no
usefulness.
brocos. No brocos, please.
Yeah, exactly. Like
brocos.
date middle class and rich, because those women, there is no guarantee, right? But statistically speaking, medical information and medical data is very well documented. So it's like there is a risk. Whether you don't care or not, there is a risk. And if that's your thing, if you don't care, that's your risk profile, right? But just know that the more information you know, the better. And then you can make your assessment. But just know it is a thing. There is no universe where ghetto women have less STDs than middle class and rich women. So
Well,
stay away from ghetto women.
I have to go, and I have to do Miguel's job. I have to do Mexican work where I spray for bugs
No.
and landscaping while he's doing white collar shit. It's a sad day when the white man has to do the Mexican's man's job.
Yeah, man.
There goes immigration.
Yeah,
There goes immigration.
You
but
guys wanted the wall. Look what's happening.
Thank you, Cappy, for showing
yeah,
up.
thanks for
It's
having me
great
on, guys.
seeing
Yeah.
you.
All right,
Hope
see
to
ya.
see
Nice
you
to see you,
soon.
Cappy.
But
Yeah,
going
see,
back to
and-
your point, Nuke, just quick before we got to the super chat, going back to taking it one step at a time, think about like the way you would job hunt. Like you're not going to an interview and then stressing out about getting fired over a sexual assault allegation. But that's what guys do in dating. It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yeah, no, I agree what you mean. And like what did Sterling once say about the herpes thing? Doesn't 80% of the world already has it? As
Yeah.
the
Type
form
1,
1 and
type
form
1.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, type 1. So here's the thing though. Having the H word, it will lower your SMV value to a point. For men, we can transcend it because you can just be hot enough where girls don't care, right? I have a friend that has it and he does fine, but he said for 2 years mentally it was very difficult because people are guilty. People feel guilty. Like I have been in situations where I'm kissing a girl and then she starts crying and she says, I'm sorry, I can't, but I really want to, and they start crying. And you know what? They text you for like a month because they're in that in between where it's like, do I say, and I told her, and this is one of the most fucked up philosophical moments I've had with women. I said, you know, if you wouldn't have told me, me and you could have been hooking up right now, and I probably would have never gotten it, and I would have never found out. And that was not the right thing to say to her. She did not take that well.
You know what's
the
Go ahead, Stripper.
I was going to say that the worst thing specifically about HPV is
HPV?
that, which is where the herpes comes from, is that there is a ton of the population where it's recessive, where they can get it. It causes them nothing, but they can pass it along to others.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
women are
true.
neurotic, so they don't want a guy that has it usually. And the way the laws are going, you could get in trouble legally if you give it to someone and So
How
just know that there is a risk profile with fucking
Right.
socioeconomic classes of women. So
Be careful out there. Real quick, the super chats. Sensu for the Australian 14.99. Thank you very much, sir. Sensu for the 14.99 Australian. Seeing Rule Zero live. Just got home for a night on the beers. Nice. Got the number of a grass-fed woman. That sounds good. I don't know what a grass-fed woman looks like, but
means
sounds
thick.
fun.
Sounds like a fat
as
chick. Sounds like a heifer.
Yeah,
Heifer.
she's probably
Life
thick as
is
hell.
good. Thanks for all you do, lads. Life is good. Goddamn right, life is good, Sensu. Thank you very much for the $10 super chat. Then we got Callie with the $2.01. Thank you very much, sir. Buy Nuke's naval vessel register version for tats. We could, I guess.
I mean, I think we're
don't know
looking
what
at this
that means.
problem the wrong way. We should get into tattoo removal business, bro. We start a huge slander campaign against tattoos and just reap in the profit, man.
Do what cigarettes did. The whole the whole anti-cigarette campaign of the late '90s, early 2000s, and just like start spreading misinformation. Yeah, tattoos make you sick. They make you gay.
We'll say the pendulum is kind of swinging backward. Like the pendulum was to get like there's a whole point. Tattoos are bad. Tattoos are not accepted, and now it's gotten to the point now where there's a lot of people are looking for people who don't have any tattoos or just a very small amount of them, right? And that it's gonna find an equilibrium right now. But there's people. I mean, there's famous celebrities that were covered in tattoos that just got them all removed, basically. And
Travis Barker wants to have them removed.
Pete Davidson he had a bunch of scribbles and retard shit on himself, but I don't doubt it. But but it was just like
social signaling. Yeah, it's just like I don't have tattoos makes you higher class. I guess I don't know. That's some trend.
Can you imagine also Travis Barker would have his tattoos removed? Oh my god, the time that would take. Holy shit.
Probably take years, probably like 2 years to get like all of them removed or something.
I think the fastest you can get a tattoo removed is like 4 visits. And that's like if it's like the ink isn't that dark, essentially. Like it's a lot of visits.
I see a lot of like completely like black tattoos where it's like somebody lets their arm completely they let their arm be completely covered in just black ink where it's like, okay, what's that all about?
We should talk about red or anything that even you shouldn't even deal with short term in terms of red flags, because again, none of these are stopping guys from fucking. Like you have a Nazi symbol on your forehead and you have big tits. I'm giving you a different name. I'm not giving you my address. And I'm changing the door code as soon as we're done. But we're gonna have fun. It's a story. I can tell the boys, yo, I slept with this crazy chick. She had a swastika on her shoulder, dude.
Charlie,
this girl was crazy. Yeah.
I actually got one, Nuke. Girls that
got a tattoo?
Can I get the super chat first out of the way?
No, a good red flag that I would say to stay away from. And I think actually the guys who Jack and I make fun of online are the guys who are most susceptible to this. If you're going on a date with a girl and you're bringing up like getting married, all that sort of like tradcon shit right off the bat, and not only does she bite, she doubles down. That is not a girl you want to be with, because those turn into battle axe women. Basically, what that interaction is, you're going to give me everything I want and I don't need to even put out. This is a sucker. Like, you do not want to put yourself in that situation.
No. Before we continue, though, I do want to get the super chat out of the way. We have Chad First of Stroke for the generous $4.99. Thank you very much, Chad. There we go. Chad First of Stroke for the generous $4.99. Loose ones are the nicest, chill ones in my experience. I tend to agree. They're just honest on what they want. By the way, Cappy, I'm smoking the rum flavor in pipe. It's good. I'll make sure Cappy gets that message, Chad. Stripper brings up a good point, though. The two fast, too soon committed women do kind of make my skin crawl. Where it's like, oh, after one meeting, I love you. You're my future husband. It's like,
Yeah, it's the obsession movie.
oh,
That's really
yeah,
what, like, if you're a guy, you didn't have an anxiety attack after watching that movie, then you are at risk, my friend. Like that movie was a litmus test between men are like, "Oh, a girl that likes me, that's amazing." I'm like, "That girl, no, you don't want that, dude. That bitch
no,
is crazy.
no,
She's gonna ruin
no,
your life, man."
no. I
That's what
haven't
the movie
seen
was
it yet.
about.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet. I've had my taste of borderline. Thank you very much. I don't need a movie about it.
What about physical things? Are there physical things on a girl that like you should not even consider
Look,
sex with?
okay, so for me, I think this is
Okay.
just this is the point of red flags kind of thing where they are subjective. To
Mhm,
me, if I see self-harm scars, I'm out. Where I'm like, I'm
mhm.
sorry. And there's reasons for that and it's nothing personal, but it's like you need help and I'm not that help. I will not save the drowning man. You're probably a good person. You probably went through things you did not deserve, but it is not up to me to help you. For me, what is also a red flag are SSRIs. If I can find that out on the first date or before we get laid that you are on SSRIs or whatever, I am out. I'm just out. Not because they're bad people, not because they're undateable or whatever. And I'm not telling anybody else not to do it. I have dated
Trauma.
two, two, two or three girls who were on some medication or whatever. And when they were off it, they were amazing, great people. And as soon as they got on it, they just changed completely. And I just don't want that. I want to know who I'm dating. I don't want the person I'm dating change into somebody completely different. So
Do you see
SSRIs
how a
for
lot
me.
do you
Mhm.
see how a lot of our red flags are based on bad, past experiences?
Yeah.
Um, it's interesting, right? Us as men, like women will continue to chase bad experiences because it made them. But men are more pragmatic. We're like, okay, I noticed this pattern, and I've done this twice. I think that's enough for me to be like, it's just not worth the risk, you know? Like risk management for men is much different. Like we're just like, okay. And I had a friend who got accused by his girlfriend in college of the R word by his girlfriend, and he
Mm.
lost his football scholarship and all that. So it's like, okay. And then uh he uh he could not he said he does not date. We were like in our late 20s at the time, like 28, but he says I will not date any girl under 22 or under 24 or something like that. No matter what. I
Wow.
wanna approach her, I don't wanna be associated with her because he you and that was based on trauma. That was just totally trauma, like, I lost my life due to this due to her age. So it's like men are interesting in that, like, we're like, "Okay, you know, I'm not doing
Why?
this," and, that's why a lot of men are like, "I'm never dating a Latina again," or, "I'm never dating a this type," or a short girl. "Oh, short girls are demons, blah, blah." But it's just interesting how we put 2 and 2 together, and for what it's worth, um,
What made him think
I
it was her age, though? I'm curious.
I never, because it's one of those things where I didn't wanna touch on it too much, right? He
Fair.
was happy, he had been moving on from it. When we were in the Navy, he was already like, I just didn't wanna, like, I don't like talking about people's trauma.
Yeah.
I'm like, "No," dude, if you don't wanna talk about it, then I don't wanna talk about it. But, yeah, it just maybe there's some connection there. Maybe it's because he had close calls with other young women, and he probably saw that after a certain age, women didn't do that. I don't know, that's his world, right?
In all
But,
fairness, oh, continue, Nuke.
what I'm saying is, like, yeah, I'm trying to think of red flags that I had, um, that
The
I would
towels, if she doesn't sort her towels.
well, no, that's like behavior. I'm talking about physical, like things that you could pick up, physical things in the world. Like you said, drugs, like drugs that she takes.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, if she's a weed smoker, no. Normal smoking, I mean, I have been known to, every now and then hit a death stick, but if she smokes weed, I'm like, "I'm sorry."
mhm.
I just think it's disgusting, you know? They're not bad people, I'm just like, "It smells, I don't like the 420 culture." "Oh, it helps me relax." It's like, "Nah, then you've got bigger issues." If you need
Here's one. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, like, if you need weed to relax, you've got bigger issues, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I mean the smell, bro. Just the smell is enough to be like. And no disrespect to weed smokers, right? But it ruins my day when I smell weed in places where I shouldn't smell weed, like in my building where I live. I would say here's something that I figured out. It took me a lot of time to realize this, but if I'm in a social circle and I wanted to sleep with you, but you gained weight in that social circle and now you're like friendlier to me, can't do it. Like because it's such a confirmation in your face that she lost options and now she's going to you because she thinks she can get like do you know how fucked up that like how could you even get hard in sex knowing that this girl she thinks that oh now I'm ugly I gotta bang this guy. It may not be that way, but it just feels that way.
Have you had it the other way around though, where it's like there was a girl you could get and then she gained weight and you just stopped picking up the phone and texting back? Where it's like, I saw your last photo and I'm like, nah, not gonna happen.
Well, I think no, is that the same thing? Do you mean like you already hooked up with her or something? Or?
Yeah. If you've already, it's a sure thing, and then you saw her last photo because you haven't seen her in a while, and you're like,
I'm trying to think of another red flag. I mean, there's smell,
yeah,
but
personal hygiene.
Is a girl hot enough to be able to overcome armpit smell?
No.
I always thought that. Is there any level?
Bad teeth. I don't like bad teeth either.
Yeah. So, Jack, about that. So, when I was younger, this doesn't apply anymore, and I'm pretty sure it's because I have all the kids I want to have.
Mm-hmm.
But so, first of all, I have to make a delineation between the two. Red flags for just sex, like they're pretty much non-existent for me. I don't give
Really?
a shit. Yeah, no.
No?
If we're talking about just sex, like I'm able to ghost a girl. Like I don't give a fuck.
No,
But if we're-
fair, but like
if-
not even where you're like, okay, no, not you. I wouldn't want to do
Not even a herpes sore?
Oh yeah, if
Maybe
we're talking about like STDs or like the
Yeah.
pants come off and you can tell from the smell that you're going to catch something, like those are obvious ones. But I mean like behavior ones, whatever, don't care. But when it came to dating for potential like a girlfriend or someone that I may have kids with, I really didn't like anything that was a cover up of something natural. Like when girls got braces and had like perfect teeth or boob jobs or anything like that, because
Sure.
I didn't know what genetic material like fundamentally I was working with. And I was actually conscious
much.
enough that I knew that when I was young.
Huh.
Oh, I just thought of one. When girls say the N-word, can't do
Oh,
it. That shit-
I thought you were gonna say
swearing?
I love it, bro. It turns me on so much during sex.
No, me no black, papi, me no black.
We know black puppy.
No,
Swearing?
but
I get what you mean. I don't like that either.
Yeah,
femininity. I'm telling guys, especially American guys, like you guys don't understand what true femininity is all the time. Like I came from Puerto Rico, and the girls were so girly there, all of them. Whether it be a grandma to a girl you're just sitting next to in class. And then when I came to United States and I heard the first girl, like I was on a date with a girl and she burped in front of me, like without covering her mouth, like just in my face. And then I heard a girl say the N-word, not as a joke, like just say it. I'm just like, you're a man to me. You're a dude. It's like when girls bro you, like, what's up, bro? Excuse me? Don't talk to me
Who are
like
you?
that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Harlem.
Do you know
It's
what's
just-
like the hottest shit right now on social media right now? Is
What?
a hit on studs because it makes them uncomfortable. Like you're like you'll have a stud couple, right? You're like what's one stud and then the hotter chick, right? And then you go up to the stud and saying, "Damn, baby, you look good," and then just see them fucking revert back to fucking like source code. It's hilarious.
Mhm.
Wait,
I don't know.
what am I missing?
Condescending talk too.
Oh yeah, if she condescends you, but like Miguel,
Yeah.
like they walk up to a couple.
Yeah, so like, and this is in the bigger cities, so you never see a shit anywhere else but that. But like in certain places in Vegas or Miami or in Dallas and stuff, there's like lesbian couples that walk around, and usually one of them's the man. So like dudes making a
The
whole
stud.
content about going up to the butch one and stuff, right?
Wow,
And
I
it's
wouldn't do that.
it's hilarious. It's hilarious. No, I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking funny, but of course it's kind of a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
They always default back to factory settings. They
And
always
then
do.
the other one gets so jealous because it's like there's the lesbian couple is so used to the hotter one getting hit on, and the dude, and then him kind of defending that, like they let the flirting go on the butch one because they never get hit on, and the other one gets so fucking jealous. It's hilarious.
Well,
Like,
that's
they start making
actually
flirting.
what Ryan, in one of his books said. Like in a group of two or three, I think it was in a group of two, hit on the one you don't want.
Yeah.
Because that one will give you the social proof. Because often the fridge or the grenade or the mother hen does her hen picking because she feels left out. And
Well,
if
no,
you
that
don't
you
leave
want
her
to.
out,
No, the idea is to basically make the girl who usually gets hit on to like second guess herself and then start competing with her friend.
Yeah.
oh. Well, and
However, group
you
of three is
disable
iffy.
her friend.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Group of
disable
three
her
is.
friend.
Oh, sorry, Jack. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Like you disable her friend. Like you know the meme, right? She has a boyfriend. You get rid of that right away.
Yeah, you gotta like even in the dance scene when I go dancing, you always dance with the grandmas first.
Aw.
You always dance with the fat girls. You always dance with the fat girls, the grandmas, because people are gonna catch on like, oh, this dude's here for pussy. But if you dance with everyone, they're gonna be like, oh, what a social dude. This dude's cool. I want to dance with him. You dance with everyone. And it's also dancing with the grandma. It's like you're doing her a favor because she hasn't felt young in years. She just wants to feel young and be swung around the dance floor. And you don't know if that grandma has a really hot daughter hanging around. You know, she's seeing that like, look at my grandma, look at my mom. She's having so much fun. Like
Yep.
it is such a great like stop going to the dance scene just to like look have fun and dance with everyone. If some ugly fat chick comes up to you, as long as you're respectful, dance with her because it shows that you're just not like you're not that guy. You know, you're not like
Right.
hunting for pussy. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
Like you were saying,
definitely.
groups of three.
Yeah. So I wrote that hey, if you see one girl by herself, like observed her from afar for like 30 minutes, she's not waiting for anybody. Be careful with the one girl because she could be waiting on the bartender to finish his shift or the bouncer, or her boyfriend is on the way or something, right? Or like she's super drunk and alcoholic because when people drink alone, they drink twice as fast. So she's probably hammered or something. Two is like what you guys said, like, hey, easiest to game is a group of two girls because when women are hunting for men, they go out in pairs. Like it's just like Shaq and Kobe or Pippen. It's like the hoe friend plus the girl that just broke up. They're like Kobe and Shaq, right? And then three is like you got to be careful with three because you can befriend one of them, but you got another one and two others. So it's like you usually end up becoming the gay best friend for the night because they're using you as entertainment. And then anything more than that, it like if it's a group of men and women, like maybe a work party or something or a birthday party you just stumbled into, that's okay because there's so much chaos that no one's gonna see you exit with one of the girls, right? Because there's so much socializing going on, and someone popped a bottle over here and someone fell over there, so you can pull a girl aside and talk to her. But like three is the worst because it's just three girls are convincing each other. They're like constantly talking to each other. There's that open line of communication between three. And even if you isolate one, there's two others that are just like working against you too, possibly. You become the gay best friend, you know?
Yeah,
You're like, hey, let's go to this bar.
There is a way to disarm that. And me and my buddies used to do it all the time. What you need to find, so any large group of girls, and by large, I mean 3 or above, there is going to be that inner group of 2. And what you need to do is isolate that group of 2. And I don't mean actually isolate them, like take them away from their third friend or fourth friend or that stuff, because that's not good. You need to figure out how, like, what those 2 girls that are down, and then that's where wingmen come in to occupy the other ones. And what inevitably happens, not all the time, obviously, because like success rates are success rates. But if it's successful, what you will see is the 2 girls that are down will head to the washroom to figure out strategy. And if you have a good
Mhm.
wingman, they're occupying the rest of the group. Those girls will go to the washroom, figure out strategy, and then the girl that is going to cover for the girl that's going to go home with you and get laid will really start to cling to the other girl and take care of her. That's why whenever you see girls at a bar, especially if you're getting a lot of IOIs and you see two girls piss off to the washroom, that is one of the greatest signs you can see. And a lot of guys fuck it up there because they go piss off. Like, you don't want to hang around the washroom like a lost puppy dog, but you and your wingman or wingmen hang out in somewhere away from the washroom, but somewhere where they can easily see you when they exit the washroom.
Mm. Okay.
Trying,
Fair
I'm
point.
trying to think of another super red flag, a physical red flag.
Okay.
I think when we say physical red flags, it should be stuff that you like your penis cannot get hard. Like it is just
Oh,
no matter
too
what.
fat or
Like,
too skinny.
Yeah, too fat.
yeah.
No, a woman can never be too skinny.
Okay, let me
Oh.
pose it like this. She looks good,
Mm,
but
okay.
what is something on her besides being fat that you would say, even if I wanted to, I could not get the job done with this girl? There is just
Red
something
Butterfly tattoo.
like your penis would not get hard. Interesting.
Bro, I'm friends with Gary GG33, and he's put me onto this whole like butterfly demonic possession shit. And god damn it, I can't get it out of my fucking head, dude. Like it's basically like if they've ever had a butterfly tattoo at some point in time, they've essentially been possessed by some fucking sex demon at some point, either
Tell me
currently
more.
possessed or
Tell me
out of
more.
possession, but they've been used.
Wow.
I never knew that. I
Uh,
learn something new every day. Real quick though, Chad was the stroke for the generous $1.99. Thank you very much, Chad. I agree with him on this. I cannot stand nipple piercings. They ruin the best part. No, I agree. I agree. It's a kind of a dead giveaway for the BDSM king scene, but I don't like them either. No. And the physical red flags for me will be dreadlocks. Kind of like
any display of hypersexuality to me, it turns me off only if it's performative. If she ain't a hoe like that, that is like that pisses me off. Like if I meet a hoe and she doesn't want to sleep with me, but she sleeps with my friend, I'm like, good. You know, we got a little bit of consistency here. I don't care. But if she has like nipple piercings and titties out and chandelier tattoo, whatever, boob chandelier, and this girl's talking about like, sorry, I don't do that. I don't do this kind of thing in front of me, I'm just like, get out of here.
yeah. I don't do that
Because-
with you.
Because not only are
know?
you rejecting me, you're lying to me. Like there is no way. That's how my brain takes it, right? So it's just like, no thanks. I cannot. But I would say physically, like what is it called when one eye is forward and the other eye is going cross-eyed? Like you guys ever been with a cross-eyed?
I know. Okay, Down
Not to be mean.
syndrome is a big one too. You know, she has Down syndrome. I think that wouldn't.
Yo,
be
Jack,
it
you may
for
want to reconsider. Some of these downies are fucking bad, bro.
They call them downies. We're gonna get canceled, man. But that I can't do because I feel bad. I'm like, which eye is it? Is it the left one or the right one or what do I, so it's I can't do it because it's just weird.
A receding hairline on a woman. That's gross.
Ooh,
That's actually really
Yeah.
bad health marker. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
rare for women, actually.
yeah, that's SSRIs do that to you, right?
Yeah,
Really? I
If
don't.
you're a woman,
yeah.
I
they
don't
recede
know
your
that.
hairline.
Really?
There's a lot of weird ones too. Some girls even get them from like birth control, actually, depending on like what
Jeez.
their hormones are. It's really bad. Like you want some
Wow.
crazy like almost every like any women that I know in my life that are like 40 plus right now that
Mhm.
that took like not the original, but like the birth controls from the 90s and the early 2000s.
Oh shit! The giant pill.
The giant pill, or that old case, the giant case and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
they used to have.
Yeah.
They have all lost an ovary or have cysts in their ovaries.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All of them.
I want to be the lawyer.
All
I
of
want to
them.
be the lawyer defending them. Holy shit.
No,
Honest-
but no one's suing this shit because I think it's like, no, if we sue this shit, like there's some weird like cabal thing going on because the amount of women that I even personally know that have cysts or have a fucking a ovary taken out it's fucking insane. And what was the common denominator? They basically took if they took it for a long time, they lost an ovary. If they just took it for a couple of years, they have a cyst. I'm like,
What?
oh.
To be honest, and I know Jack knows this about me, I'm not down for anything that fucks with the source code in the human body. And GLP-1s are another one, or right now peptides. Everyone's talking about peptides, and it's like, you do realize, yes, it's not synthetic, but you're still fucking with your hormone balance.
As I wear my Let's Blast trend shirt.
Yeah, right. Like, and that's fine. Like, if you want to do it, like, go nuts. Like, I have no like moral issue, but for me personally, like me and my kids, anything hormonal, don't fuck with.
Dude,
Right.
more people should read the book Your Brain on Birth Control. I've been saying this for years. I'm the only
Really?
one in the space who's read the damn thing. But it truly is an eye-opener on what birth control does to the female body. And you don't want to know that. And the book is just hilarious. The cognitive dissonance in the author. At page left, she sums up all the depression and the suicidal thoughts and the bodily defects, and then on your right she goes, but this is actually a good thing because women have obtained freedom. It's like, you fucking twat.
Okay.
Oh, I figured out a red flag, a physical red flag that not even you guys can deny.
A dick?
We'll stop you guys too. You guys ready? You guys want to sit down for this one?
I'm sitting.
Man hands.
Ooh, piggy hands.
Yeah,
shit.
don't tell me that you're able to get a handy from a girl with like hands that look at these hands. Imagine a girl giving you
No.
this.
Here with the
Look
hair
how
right here.
bloody they are.
With the hair right here. Oh
Yeah,
my!
or veins. No, just strong, thick hands, that look like they've been construction hands,
Duke, you bring up a
Brock
good point.
Lesnar's daughter's hands. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have forgone chasing girls who had like piggy hands, where they have the short fingers, the short stick.
Oh, the stubs. The stubs.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're referring to a video you sent me the other day, Jack, aren't you?
What?
Remember? You sent me a video of a certain girl on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, no, not even her. No, but
She did have piggy hands. She
Yeah.
had super piggy hands.
Yeah, but there was a girl in real life too, and like she was a genuinely good person, but I saw her hands, and she had the like short, stubby fingers. I'm like, ugh. But okay, maybe I'm weird, but I find piano hands the most attractive version of hands a woman can have.
You mean
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
thin hands?
Yes,
Like
it
thin
is a
long fingers?
Seinfeld episode, guys. It is a Seinfeld episode, the man hand stuff. So
No, like very long, slender fingers, but very, very, almost feminine's the
You know,
word, I guess.
they call it witches'
women are
fingers.
getting hand surgeries now. Like that's the new surgery that no one's
Yes.
talking about.
Thanks to you,
Like-
probably, after you called out
Dude.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Dude, I went viral all over the internet and Facebook for that. I put a picture of like how you remember when what's her name? The Kardashians' mom. What's her fucking
Yeah.
name?
Which one? One of the Kardashians, the older one.
Yeah, no, with the mom. Their
Yeah.
their mom. She
Yeah.
got like a super like a facelift or a face pull where she looked a little bit younger for the camera, right? And then everyone's like, "Wow, the miracles of science." But then you see her hand pictures, like paparazzi pictures, and her hands look like fucking the witch from Snow White, bro. They're just
Mhm.
crusty and fucked up and old and veiny. And I posted that like, "Hey, it's in the hands, Chico. It's the hands."
It's in the hands, Chico.
And I'm saying, like, no matter how pretty a girl is, if she has man hands or old lady hands, dude, I don't think there's anything you can do as a man. And see,
Yeah.
we're shallow. They say we only care about boobs and ass, but
No.
man,
Piano
Just-
hands, man.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna look this up.
What fucks me up though is like busted ass toes on a chick.
I
Like
don't
you know what?
Bro.
That doesn't bother me. I was gonna bring that up because I've seen busted up like women missing toenails, and I'm like, whatever, don't care.
Yeah.
I don't. For me, like it's more like I've seen chicks wearing heels and like one toe is like almost jumping on top of the other one. like that sort of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
It can be gross. No, but like the stubby Ganon hands, you know. I'm like,
The
you don't want to
Majin
have
Buu
that touch.
hands.
Yeah,
You
you
talking
don't want to
about
have
Majin
that.
Buu?
You don't want to have that touch and kick. You know,
Yeah.
it's like no.
You know what fucked me up was like Megan Fox, like finding out that she had foot thumbs. Just like
Wait, what?
she has foot
Foot
thumbs.
Whoa, hold
What are
on. Looking
foot
this up
thumbs?
right now.
What are
It
foot
fucked me.
thumbs?
It's like that's what I'm saying. There's no 10, bro. There's no real 10. There's
What are
close, but like
Wait,
Oh
what?
no!
She had thumbs on her feet?
so foot thumbs are basically she has very like wide, like very stubby thumbs, basically. I call them foot
Oh
thumbs.
shit.
Megan
How did I
Fox
never-
thumb?
Dude, that shit is stubby. It's like she stubbed her fucking thumb. What the
It fucked me up for a long time, bro. Because I grew up,
Oh,
I grew up
no!
watching her and shit. I was like, wow.
Yo!
And then I was like, hell
Get
no.
the fuck out of here.
Are those her thumbs?
What the fuck?
Megan Fox had weird thumbs. I never
Yeah.
knew.
Can't unsee it.
I know.
Oh no!
Fucks you
Get
up,
the
dude.
fuck out of here. Dude, my brain hurts right now.
What the hell? I never even knew this.
Yo.
Power through, but you kind of can't. It's like right there on the cusp of the man hands, like almost damn near. But it's like,
Why?
Yeah, because
Her-
she's
her
touching
thumb
your
is so
body.
short.
You remember Scary Movie 2 when the guy with the fucked up hand is touching their faces and stuff?
yeah.
It'll be the same.
No wonder Machine Gun Kelly cheated.
Bro,
You
all
can have
her
the
kids,
best
all her
tits
kids
in-
came out trans, dude. It's fucking insane. They're all
Dude.
cross dressers. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I've
because, I
never
mean,
seen like a strike record like that.
I mean, that's
Dude, I'm
because
posting
Dad
this
wasn't
right
in the
now.
picture, right? Dad wasn't in the
She's
picture.
Hall of Fame, dude. She's Hall of Fame.
Miguel, if I go viral, then I owe you a beer, dude.
All right, you got it, bro.
I owe you a Solana. There you go. I owe you one Solana.
Hey, there we
So-
go.
So this is one of my preferences. It's not as bad as fucking foot hands, but
Foot hands. Monkey.
I would rather have a girl carry a little bit of weight around her like stomach than be super thin and then just a dump truck fatty ass cottage cheese like ass and legs.
Okay, so
like
that's
the
another
pear
thing.
Yeah,
shape.
I kind of got the first half of this. What do you mean? But like she's rail skinny, but she has like a BBL ass.
No, like there's a lot. So do you know the different shapes like where women can carry weight? Like
Yeah.
some women carry it evenly distributed throughout their body. Some women carry it more like men around their gut, but then there's women who carry it all in their ass and thighs.
Oh, okay. Cellulite. No, yeah. Okay.
The pear-shaped ass and thighs, like no thank you. Like where there's an entire community of men in the United States that are all about that, but not I. I wasn't going to say it, Jack.
I
Have you
mean,
guys ever-
it's not
have you
so
guys ever
bad.
fucked a Skeletor?
I mean, can we just be honest about those things? Yeah, my brothers like a woman with a little weight on it, and that's okay. My brethren, that is fine. I do not believe that thick thighs save lives. Actually, I like a girl skinny.
We don't have a choice in America, man. Like McDonald's is $11 for like a was it a Big Mac? You can get a Big Mac, medium fries, and a Coke plus nuggets for like $11. How are you gonna fight that, man?
All the
It's
bad
delicious,
things at
too.
Equinox. I need to
Yeah.
know right now if you're a freaking not.
Yeah, like
Lord in heaven.
dude, like everyone shits on America. I get it, but have you tried a Big Mac? That shit's fucking delicious,
It's
dude.
delicious.
It's so good.
Did you know?
Oh my! And you know what?
Cheeseburger?
Big Macs in Middle East taste better than the Big Macs in America.
Dude, here in Georgia,
Really?
I just take the triple
Yeah.
cheeseburger nowadays. I love that shit. Just a
Dude.
triple cheeseburger, no sauce. Just give me that shit.
KFC in Japan is amazing.
Yeah.
Not
Their chicken burgers, they use those like soft white buns, like the steamed buns, to make their chicken burgers. So good.
That's some good shit.
Oh yeah, KFC in Japan on the
Okay,
market.
but let's not derail into food. Although, like, if I don't know, man. I like a girl who can enjoy fast food. I don't know. That's just, you want to go to McDonald's, and she's like, yeah, I'm like awesome.
I'm
Yeah,
kinda
it's someone
jealous
who's
that-
chill, right?
I'm kind of jealous that you guys Europeans see McDonald's as an experience, and we see it as it's a stop on the way from home. Like I wish we gave it more special importance like you do.
You should see the McDonald's here, how well decorated that thing
Oh,
is. It is
I've been to McDonald's in Europe many times, or not many times, but a lot.
the one in Georgia
And
won awards for the
dude,
architecture.
it's higher tech. You guys have like medieval architecture for their McDonald's. Like I'm like, fuck, man, these people love McDonald's more because we just build one and we fill it with ghetto people to run it, and there's like cigarette butts everywhere, and like the woman handing you the food is like has a face tat and stuff like that. It's ghetto coded, but also it's McDonald's has never let me down, you know?
No, same here. I do want to get into one more little thing though about the red flags or green line. So this is kind of the tweet that started it off. Women with tattoos have the same aura as a used condom in the middle of the road. It's like, okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Guys that don't fuck in the things they say. And here comes our boy Ryan.
Oh, here we
Nothing
go.
I find funnier than guys pretending to turn down a sure thing so they can feel better about themselves. Oh, she's a smoker. She has tattoos. Oh no, so you're saying a socially functional guy could hit it after 2 gin and tonics and a flimsy excuse to go to your place? The horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would fuck the
It's-
shit out of her.
It's because these
Oh,
guys
what's
aren't
wrong
even
with her?
having sex at all, so they have like this fantasy that like when I do make the move on the girl, that's gonna be my wife.
Yeah.
Secret
And
kings.
That's
They're just
wife
secret
material,
kings.
bro. Because I gotta save my shots, bro. Like I mean, right now I'm on a 6-month no fucking coom fucking streak right now.
No coom
And-
stack. I'm on a no coom stack right now.
I'm on my monk mode right now, so it's got to be a real special girl if I'm going to break this streak right now. You know?
Yeah.
It's shit like that. But Ryan hits the nail on the head. The I would never sleep with a girl who has tattoos is the I would have joined the military except for my left toe for dating.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said at the start of the podcast, right? It's putting the cart before the horse, and it's just a preemptive way to like to soothe your ego.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's just a buffer for rejection. You know,
Yep.
guys are bitching about tattoos when all you have to do is sit there and listen for half an hour. And this girl, the Indian girl who turned out to have had ran multiple trains on her and the slutty Asian in San Francisco. These girls don't have tattoos, which brings me to a good point, by the way. Did you know Bonnie Blue doesn't have tattoos? Lily Phillips does not have tattoos. Wife material, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about before with the whole like be careful. And again, I'm not shitting on anyone's like perception of what might be a red flag, but just don't be so bound to them because like just because a girl has tattoos, self-harm marks, doesn't necessarily mean she couldn't be a great girlfriend and eventually wife. And then the opposite, don't assume that because she doesn't have any of those signs, she's going to be awesome. Because that could either be she's a shitty person or she has some other self-destructive coping mechanism that she just keeps really well hidden.
Well, I do want to get into one thing though, and Nuke, I know you're a huge fan of these posts, is that vetting is a horrible strategy. So what this all comes down to is just guys putting up like external factors for reasons not to date a woman, where it's like, oh, she has tattoos, she comes from a broken home, she wears band shirts, she does this, that, and the other. I am of the opinion that certain things do correlate heavily with certain behaviors, like the amount of tattoos, where are the tattoos placed, certain piercings, like the nose piercing. I wouldn't fuck with that, where it's like, nah, I know your politics, I know where this is going. You're going to be a horrible, insufferable person. The weed smoking, things like that. That's just personal, where it's like, I wouldn't deal with that. However, I do very well know that at the end of the day, though it correlates, is not a guarantee of her willingness or unwillingness to respect my boundaries.
Well,
Far better strategy, Stripper. Hold on, almost there. Which is a far better strategy than vetting, since the vetting process tells you nothing about her behavior towards you.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, I think it was Nuke who said it earlier that, or it might have even been you, that everyone has a different set of preferences and things they don't want to deal with. Right? Like, to me, some chick who is just wants to fight for the sake of fighting to make life spicy is a no-go. Where for another guy, that might bring some excitement to his life. He's like, yeah, what's the point of having women around if they can't give you a little fucking throwdown every now and then, right? Like, to each their own. That's why these red flag lists are so stupid, because it's completely subjective.
Yes. Even the
I
single
would
mom
say-
thing.
Sorry, go ahead,
Go
Jack.
ahead. Well, even the single mom thing, though I do not recommend it for a younger guy. If you are like a single dad or you've been divorced or whatever, and you're like, you know what? The younger girls, yeah, they're neat and they're hot and whatever, but I don't mind dating older. I mean, why not? As long, I would not recommend provisioning for a child that's not your own. And as long as you don't do that, I don't see an issue with the single
Jackie
mom.
calls, but she calls me daddy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
I mean,
problem. Yeah, it's
no.
you're gonna want a provision for that child because
Happy.
you're a dude. Yeah.
You know, there's this book. There's this book I've been wanting to write for a long time. It's about deals with the devil, and it has to do with like basically with the red pill and everything like that. And that's kind of one is like, is I've talked to quite a lot of like streamers and stuff from Fresh and Fit and everybody else down, and kind of told me like there does come a point in time where like kind of like what you said right there with like the single moms and gene maxing, like Stripbrook was kind of alluding to in terms of like, I want to see what she's working with, that guys will make compromises in order to either gene wise do that or like a certain look of like how pretty she is, basically, right? It's like it's like a 5'5" guy's like, I'm gonna knock down some 5'10" girl. She has to be 5'10". He's only going after tall girls because it's like, I gotta fix the bloodline. That is gene maxing in a way.
That's a very Dominican way of thinking. I like it.
No, but it's where we're heading into it. Like the next wave is going to be gene maxing in terms like we're in the looks maxing right now. It's going to hit towards the gene maxing side right now because the millennials are thinking about it right now because like the back half are like running out of time, and the back half of the women are having or basically most millennial women are 40 plus, but there's still this huge range. I think there's more 40-year-old women pregnant today than teenage pregnancies.
Yeah.
What?
In all fairness, though, like, I know we call it gene maxing, but humans are just inclined to do that anyways.
Correct.
Like, that's just what we do. Like, it's biologically programmed in us to seek the best viable reproductive option.
My girlfriend's 6'1". God damn, I'm Dutch. What the
The
hell
women,
are those?
the women here in the States are
well-
on social media trying to fight against this a little bit because guys are starting to like, this is just starting now where like guys are like, I don't really want, like, I don't want to cuck my generation. Like just because I'm a tall dude that was really into short chicks, I fucked my son up.
Now your son is 5'6".
For my like lust, for my fucking retarded lust, I fucked my son. He's a fucking like I'm 6'2". I dated some fucking 5'4" Latina, and my son comes out 5'9". I'm sorry, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even a lot of that, like, and this is from me being a father, so like a lot of that is like you can't control that. Like, for example, my baby mama is 5'4". I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
All three of my children are in the 95th percentile of height
Nice.
for their age demographic.
Yeah.
Like
But it could be nutrition too. The nutrition now is better. That's also a factor.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of factors. So like, don't get too hung up on it. It would be my thing. And going back to the single mom thing, actually, and this is something for single guys to be aware of. And when you don't have your own kids, and I'm sure there's probably a biological reason for it, it's very easy to become attached to children that aren't yours. And like, I'm pretty sure it's some biological programming to help the tribe survive.
Yeah.
When you have your own kids, that fucking disappears.
Yep.
You have no problem saying fuck other people's kids, not your problem.
yeah,
Fuck them
you'd be like
kids.
I'm 100% with you on that, Stripper. Like, yeah, because I have a son as well, and that's, I mean, I've always just, I mean, just the red pill awareness. I've just known like, yeah, I better be careful with this shit because like if you get like, it's also fucked up to the kid too, that you're making this pair bond with this kid that you're not going to be in his life anymore. And that's kind of really fucked anyway. But that's absolutely true. Like you're like, damn. I almost think about it like, damn, this is really fucked up. That like, now if I've already dated a single mom, right? Fucking, I know the world's gonna end, but like if I dated some single mom, I'm like, damn, dude, the fucking dad just gave no fucks about this kid. That's crazy. When you already have, you have your own kid and you really do care about your offspring. You're like, damn, dude, this is a cold world out here, man.
Though, is it the dad or the mom? I remember some single mom at the gym. There was some single mom at the gym and she was hitting on me. And then I found out she gave birth not 6 months ago. I'm like, bitch, you cray. What? Where's the dad? She's like, oh, we broke up during the pregnancy.
During the pregnancy.
Is pregnancy a red flag for you guys? A pregnant woman?
No.
Say it again, Nuke. What?
Is a pregnant woman a red flag for you guys for sleeping with her?
You can't get a pregnant woman pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm asking the real questions here. Like, how deep?
No,
how
would that be a red flag? If anything, do it. Like, if let's just rewind the clock 20 years. I'm in my 20s, and a prego chick is like wanting to fuck me. Yeah, there's no risk.
A bucket list. Yeah,
dude, you can hit it raw and not worry about getting the chick pregnant. She's already pregnant.
My thing is like,
I don't know.
Ultimately, it's up to your dick, man. Because if your dick gets hard, but here's the thing too. And I'm kind of coming around to like Chateau Hartis, what he says. Banging too many slump busters in a row is not good for you.
Yeah,
like some guys. Because here's the thing, right? You run the risk of not being able to get hard, which sucks for both of you. Imagine you're in the bedroom, you're taking your clothes off, and she's going to town, and it's just been 20 minutes and just nothing. It's so awkward and embarrassing. And also, you kind of feel like, man, I want hotter chicks. You start feeling bad. You start doubting yourself. Okay. So I think a slump buster should be that, just a slump buster, not a slump train of women. But that's a Chateau Hartis thing. He goes really philosophical on it. He says, hey, make sure that if you're gonna do a slump buster, don't make it a habit. Like, start slump busters to get your mind right, to get you back in the game, to stop, like shake off all the internet bullshit about doomer and gloomerism, doom and gloom, and move on, right? But start daring to get hotter chicks, because part of the benefit of dating is like you feel awesome when you get a hot chick, right? Just like the guy in Jurassic Park 2, where he's like, I want to catch the T-Rex. He could have caught a velociraptor, but he wanted the T-Rex, and that, even if he failed, he got killed, right? Well, I don't know if he got killed.
Did he? I think he got killed. I think he did get killed.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with doing like a train of slump busters is not actually anything well, I guess it is psychological, but I think it's becoming complacent is probably the biggest problem.
Yeah, you just feel like, oh, this is, and the thing is, the difference between a 6 and a 7 is huge. And the difference between a 7 and an 8 is even bigger. And once you have 1 8 in your life, you slept with 1 8 out of 10 girl, like that is a well of confidence you can always draw from the rest of your life, because you'll be like, hey, 9 out of 10. You can always say, I got an 8 out of 10. Why am I scared of the 6 out of 10? But if you've only had 6s, or you've had so many 6s in a row, you start thinking that, hey, that 8 out of 10 was a fluke. That was just luck. So you just have to keep daring. What?
It's kind of a dick move, but I don't even acknowledge 6s anymore. Where it's like, bitch, I've seen what I can get. Don't even look at me. I feel disgusted when they look at me. Where it's like, ugh.
Yeah, like a liminal variant. It's a logarithmic scale, meaning that it goes up like 1 through 4. You can't barely tell the difference because you're not even looking that way. 5, you're just like, she got a little bit of titty mean. The homies, as long as the homies don't find out, it's cool. 6, you're just like, hey, if she's a good girl and stays in shape, she could be wife material. 7 is like, she's a little crazy. She's trying to be an 8. She's getting surgeries. She's doing all this. She's doing the most. She's doing the AI filters. She's a little bit crazy because she's just trying to close that gap, right? 8 is like, men, like her phone's going off all day. Men are constantly trying to get in her DMs. She's
Right.
getting paid to be at parties. And 9 is like, you better be a splinter cell because if you're gonna sleep with this girl, no one better find out because if they do, they're coming to kill you. They want to know who the fuck you are. Like
That is
they're
one
gay
thing
kids.
with hot chicks, though, and I've taken them to like birthday parties or whatever. Everybody wants the piece of her, and oh my lord, and that's you.
And they
think
can't stop
you
looking
don't
at
have
her
time.
either.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
that you
you
don't have
think you're
time.
gonna find out who your friends are when you're down and out. You're gonna find out who your friends are when you're dating a hot chick. That's
Mhm.
when you're gonna find out who your real friends are.
Oh, and you also find out how hungry you are and how like good you are with women, right? Because I
Oh.
had a very hot Moldovan chick. This girl was like 5'10", pretty much perfect body, just and the accent too, and very nice. She was a hairdresser, a little crazy, but and dude, I hooked up with her, and then after that, a year later, I looked at the messages, right, just to like audit, like how did I lose this chick? And I saw what I said. I'm just like, fuck, I did not deserve to keep this chick. I was spitting some cringe shit in there, but that kind of revealed like, okay, I need to like really start treating hot girls like mid girls, past a certain point, because if not, then I'm just gonna like you're pedestalizing them because they're hotter. That's like literally the opposite.
Irrational
Well,
self-confidence is your friend.
Also,
Yeah.
remember the difference between a hot chick and like a slump buster is 2 kids, 20 pounds, and 10 years.
Yeah, she's gonna be mid at some. No matter how hot she is, she's going to be mid at some point in her life. It could be in a year, it could be in 10 years, but she will be mid. And yeah, I really urge guys to like consider if you're okay with what you like. If you're busy and you don't give a fuck about girl being hot, you're just trying to get on with life. Sure, but remember that one day you're gonna be in a room with a guy with a hot wife or a hot girlfriend or a guy that's just gaming a hot chick. And if you feel some type of way, it's because of that. It's because you did too many slum busters. You need at least one hot chick or two under your belt, so you don't. Like, it defeats the envy, so you don't feel insecure or something. Just
I
go
would
do it. Just get it done. Get it out
I
of your
would
system.
I would even go so far as just do that anyways, because any guy who has numbers, hot chicks really are like, they're just another girl after a while. Like, I know myself, I put far more value into like how good the sex is, how well I'm treated, all that other stuff over looks.
Yeah,
That
but the
is
thing is,
true, especially in the
hot girls
long
are not
run.
going to stick around anyway.
No,
Like
they're
they're bull
community
rides.
property. You know what the
Yeah, they're
goal
not.
is? Get a girl who's completely infatuated with you and get her to look smacks. That's
Yep.
that's the one you want.
Yep, have
You
her
know?
stay in shape for you.
Yeah. And like right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
my girl, when we met, she had like a little bit of like she hadn't gone to a dermatologist yet, but she didn't go to she was good looking, but now she's going to the gym. She's watching her diet. She has regular appointments with the dermatologist, getting her hair done more often. When I met her versus now is like that is like a 1.5 point increase. In
Value
my
investment.
humble opinion. And like every day she just looks better. Maybe I'm getting wife goggles, I don't know, but just every day she looks better. Whereas like
And you gotta shut up, man. If you're sleeping with a very hot chick, you gotta keep that shit to yourself. Like under pain of death. Like the minute some other dude or even girl or anyone finds out, like your friends will have endless questions. Like I don't want to be seen differently by my friends and family because I got a hot chick. Like I don't want them to be like, dude, you're the man. I'm like, no, I'm still just a dude. I was the right guy at the right time, and I just shut the fuck up, and it worked. Like I'm not better now because I have a hot woman. However, it helps
I
me
am.
my mentality.
No.
Well, yeah, I'm
No, I
like
am.
not to my friends and family, not to my friends and family.
Not
Like
to
I'm
them
not better
too.
than
Level
them.
up.
You guys
Yeah,
better be
no, I
fucking
am
hot
better
mods
than
now.
you. Level up. I did it.
Yeah,
What makes me
because here's the
different?
thing.
It's
Here's the
here. It's a
thing.
mindset.
These posts on Twitter, a lot of it is like, dude, like, look at my wife. She's so hot. Look at her ass. Look at her tits. Like, dude, that's your wife, dude. That like, why
That's
are you
the
doing
thing.
that? And you know what it is? It's because they are
Validate.
scared that they may not have the respect from other men from their wife. Same reason why women show off their husbands, like, look at all he's doing for me. Look at the ring he got me. They're just not sure because it's
This is
supposed
why
to be
women leak
self-evident.
DMs. It's why women leak DMs. Look at how many guys I get to DM me. Look at what this guy DMs me. It's not to embarrass him. It's to flex for other women. You know, it's
Yeah.
all
And
validation-seeking behavior.
That's actually
for
that'd be
what
an
it's
interesting.
worth.
I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
have
go
done
ahead.
like female gaze versus male gaze, but like women
Mhm.
also do it too, where like they're female gazing instead of male gazing. A lot of times, like they're
Mhm.
trying to stun on bitches versus like secure a dude or getting male attention, basically.
Yeah,
That's like right now what's kind of going on in looks maxing. Well, they're just using this. I love how it's because it started in the black pill, that looks maxing thing. I mean the current version of it, because they're just eating themselves alive. It's fucking hilarious. It's Ouroboros, bro. It's fucking hilarious right now. What's going on? They're
The
fucking
circular
retarded
logic.
little Gen Z motherfuckers, bro.
Full circle. I love when people go full circle because it just eats each the space eats each other a lot. It just eats itself alive.
All
But
we
they're-
have to do is wait, and it will destroy itself. I've been telling Rolo that for years, where it's like, just wait. Just wait for your haters, and they'll destroy themselves. You know, and
Yeah,
God makes
yeah.
a joke, and you'll be the only one laughing.
Do you know what's
All of
happening right now to Gen Z? Gen Z is
What is-
finally getting made fun of by Generation Alpha.
Nice.
Oh shit. Yeah, they're old enough to
just started. Yeah, Generation Alpha, the oldest ones are 15 years old right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
They're
wow.
learning to meme.
Bro, it's
They're
it's
appalling.
coming, bro. They're
Meaning-
like they're starting to call some of the old because the oldest Gen Zs are 30
Yes.
right now.
Yeah,
It's like
they're
straight
30
up
now.
unks. I'm not a fucking unk, bro. I'm not a.
I'm proud to be an unk. Like I thought it was a term of endearment.
I
You know?
love it. I love it.
We're,
It's
we're
funny.
not
It's
viral
funny.
level yet, but you know, we're getting up
Yeah.
there. Man, I'm almost 36. Less than a month. Fuck.
So can we agree that man hands is the worst red flag?
That's
Sure.
pretty bad. It's pretty bad. That's pretty
It's
bad.
up there. It's up there.
Can you
Let me
imagine
guess.
feeling calluses on your dick though? Come on, guys. Come on, work with me here.
What if it grips
yeah,
like a-
yeah.
We'll put it on the Pantheon.
Yeah.
Well, let's get through these super chats and then we're going to wrap up. It's been an awesome show today. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Chad Twister Stroke for the 199. Thank you very much, Chad. Where is it? Chad Twister Stroke for the 199. Downies, you tell him it's a strawberry ice cream cone.
Oh, I know the reference. That's a movie reference.
Oh, dear Lord in heaven. Then we have Chaos with the 5 Swiss francs. Thank you very much, Chaos. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Nuke is right. Don't keep on hitting low and celebrating otherwise. It will become a bad habit. I had friends who did this and knocked them up.
Oh no.
That's the issue. And then you will forever.
Dude, that is like the gulag for a man, man. That sucks.
You're not
Jesus
looks
Christ.
you're not looks match. You're such a prize to them that they're like trying to put coals in the condom. They're trying to like have it slip off. Oh my god.
It's like that Marcus Aurelius quote. The problem is not that we aim too high and fail. The problem is we aim too low and succeed.
Oh, right there. It's philosophical. I'm telling you, this discussion is very philosophical.
Dude, we are the new Greeks, man. We are the new
But-
Greeks.
Here's my 10 out of 10 definition to go off of that super chat real quick. A 10 out of 10, right? This is my objective, is a girl that if you slept with her and got her pregnant on the first try, you would not mind.
Yeah,
that is my 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
Okay.
Like if I slept with a girl, like I love my girlfriend, right? But if I slept with a girl like Angelina Jolie, that looks like Angelina Jolie, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Hey, I'm pregnant," I'd be like, "My kids are gonna be so handsome
Beautiful.
or
And
pretty,
trans.
they're gonna have a well, okay, cool. They're my kids are
G
gonna
Max,
be
G
so
Max
pretty.
here, bro. Just lock in, bro.
Yeah,
Lock
it's
in.
just
Lock
yeah,
in.
because that's what it is. Gene Max is 10 out of 10, full on. Like I would be like, shit. Well, now I gotta change my life around. I gotta raise a kid. That's I'm a man,
Right.
whatever.
No,
But
I
like,
get what you
I'll
mean.
be like, but I'd be like, I got a 10. This girl is so hot. Like for the rest of my life, I'm reminded that I got a 10 out of 10 pregnant because my children are gonna be beautiful.
My fuck
mean-
trophy's insane, bro. Like,
My
if you
fuck
see my
trophies are gonna
closet,
be
bro, it's
gorgeous.
insane.
Look at my
And-
fuck trophies. Look at them.
For what it's worth, I'm not a dad, but my parents used to tell me you gotta date white so you can purify the race, and that's a Dominican.
Just saying, man.
We know
There
black.
goes
We
my-
know
there
black.
goes-
We know black. We know
Where
black.
is it? Where is that?
Dominicans have been
goddamn-
G-maxing since our dictator invited all the people from World War II, all the Jews, to Dominican Republic to purify
Big
our race. To
mistake.
get our,
Big mistake.
Yeah.
And there goes the monetization.
so I'm probably part Jewish now. My
Shalom, brother.
great-grandfather has a Hitler stash right here.
Oh my, shalom. But the last super chat, Lee Silver with the generous 2. Thank you very much, sir. We already had people disappearing from the chat after we went into the race thing. Lee Silver with the 2. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And when I say no, feel guilty are on the sidebar for a reason. Yeah. Validation seeking behavior, man. It will get you. It will absolutely get you. I want to thank everybody for being here today. We're going to plug our shit, wrap it up, and wish you all a good weekend. Miguel, what you got going on, homie? You're muted.
Oh, there you go. I am muted. Sorry. Yeah, the crypto mindset course is live. We're going to be shilling it until it closes. Registration closes on the 28th. Next week we're gonna go to Miami. We're gonna be with Fresh and Fit, Gary GG33. We're gonna do a bunch of streams down there in Miami. We're gonna be doing streams here with Nuke, Jack, even Stripper if he wants to. Why not? Like we want to get this out here to all the red pill men in the space and stuff, because like right now the prices are good. We're DCAing, we're putting money into the market. A year from now, whatever you buy right now, a year from now, you're gonna be up. I mean, this is like the easiest part of the cycle. It's like right now, it's like when it's the least sexy. That's
it is boring right now. You think the bottom is in though?
It's close. So if the Clarity Act passes, yeah, it's in. If it does, yeah, but we have until October 7th. So I mean, I'm sorry, August 7th. If Congress goes to recess, it's going to get kicked down the road. That'll knock us down, and that'll probably be the low right there.
Okay.
So that's kind of why the market's holding up right now. And like we have like Robinhood just went live, like Robinhood, like 20 million users, $400 billion just went live with their blockchain. Base is about to launch a token. Coinbase is about to launch a token for their chain, and Solana is just out here like fighting back, like getting kind of jumped right now. It's kind of hilarious. Like right now, we're in a full little meme season right now in a bear market, which is kind of crazy. But I did want to say one last thing about like just the topic. There's something I just completely I just remembered midway through. I just never had a chance to say it, but like with tattoos, this is from my experience of being in Vegas for all these years and being told by people, as well as like I've been told this a little bit in Miami, but mostly in Las Vegas, is that you have to look out for certain weird looking tattoos around like the shoulder here, the hip, or the ass. Pimps are starting to tattoo their women as like property. And it's there's a lot of women where they're no longer doing it or not, but like they were previously pimped, and they have tattoos and shit. A big one. This was kind of a weird one, but this was mostly, I was told this by like kind of Sterling and people in the industry and stuff, that like there's like this thing where girls have like double cherry tattoos on their butt. A lot of those chicks are basically been just ran through in the porn industry, or like there's like traffic. There's like weird traffic ones as well. Like,
damn, I dated a girl who had double cherries on her butt. Well, there's that.
There's that. So it's just look out for weird stuff like that. Basically, like I mean, like you wouldn't know, but like it's very symbolic. Or they love doing like these weird diamonds, like almost like a card as well. Like so, like pimps are like marking.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a pimp thing. Yeah, I remember that. Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just something to look out for, because I mean, I just been told, because I've been here in Vegas for like 6 years now, and then I've just been been around enough times where they told me like and then I've noticed it. I've like, wow. So you could be dating girls on Tinder or kind of going out, and you'd be like, oh, I'm talking to some ex-hooker, literally.
Careful with that.
Careful with that,
Vegas,
you guys,
right?
Man. They're branding their hose back, man. They're branding their hose, man. The whole Wranglers are here.
Juke, what do you got going on?
Substack is in the chat. If you want to check out my talk with Miguel, it's on his channel. We talked about a lot of interesting stuff. So yeah, and I'm still editing the book, so I'm halfway through it, and you will see it soon, my friends. Thank you.
Okay, Stripper, what do you got?
I got a recent article on Substack that I am going to say is worth reading. It's the least popular, or one of the more least popular ones, because anyone that any post that isn't red meat and actually really, really useful is not popular. So I'm going to say the most recent one. It's about identity, sense of self, and identifiers, and why identities are kind of fucking stupid.
Okay. That sounds interesting. I did read it. I did like it. You know, a lot of guys have that mask on of that narcissistic fantasy, which is easily cracked, by the way. So I do recommend you guys check it out on stripper.substack.com. As for me, it's actually very simple. Of course, here the YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe. We just passed 4,400, almost at 500, you know, and I want to get this channel to 5K by the end of the year. So if you subscribe now, that would be very helpful. Also, make sure to hit the like button. It tells YouTube this is the content you would want to see. And for more deeper dives into the topics I discuss on this channel, you can go to jacknapier.substack.com, where you will find a backlog of over 100 essays, new essays every week, 4 free audiobooks, because On Women, the audiobook, is now already available on the Substack before it launches on Amazon August 1st. You also will be able to join the private community, where we will have monthly Q&As regarding fitness, finance, and dating. Also, On Women is out now on paperback and Kindle. Links to that will be in the live chat, comment section, and description down below. I want to thank Chaos, Lee Silver, Chad Twister Stroke, Chad Twister Stroke, Chad Twister Stroke, Callie, Chad again, and Sensu for the very generous super chats of this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys next week, and peace out. Cheers, boys.
Later.